Let this ceremony begin.
Maximum duration, 10 seconds. Repeat, 10 seconds.
Let this ceremony begin.
Seems to be accelerating with each hour.
Hello. Hail. Bonjour. DL, Thomas, and Milo are here. Me too. Yeah. I I had to change something. I thought I would use my microphone in Reaper, but that didn't really work out as planned. I did made a change, but did get back to OBS. So, Dallas House Music. So we're gonna explore something. EQ and compressors. I do have a lot, and yeah, and actually, funny one thing, I received an email this afternoon from SSL. They had some sale because I own stuff from them. So I said, yeah, interesting. Get it, grab it. I bought it, paid for it, and then I did get my confirmation from PayPal because, I used the code and everything was fine. But right then, I did receive an error mail from SSL saying, I should have paid $200, and there was an error. So I contacted support, and it's still running. They answered, apparently something with the taxes. I don't know what happened, because their site can be a bit slow and shitty. So now I'm waiting for a refund and do the whole process again. But I sincerely hope that it's going to happen this weekend, because the promo code is only active this weekend. Otherwise, screw them. Because I won't pay $200 for a dynamic EQ. But it's the only X series thing that I'm missing. So with the promo would be actually interesting. But yeah, if it's not working, I'll wait till the next one. So I tried using, because I installed my old Wave stuff, but I wasn't quite happy with the sampler. It's a bit slow, so I moved back to my favorite, HY. So how are you doing all that? The Behringer machine? What? Did I know, huh? Have you tried the Dust VSC from... tried? DL, I own it. I think I even... Not sure, because I think I used it in a stream once, I think. So, okay, let's do a loop here. So, let's see. Should I go crazy or not? Or... I might just record. Let's see. I could actually. Ta-da. Should actually work. I'm going to make a recording. I'm just testing it. Let's see if it's working. It is. I often use dust. I think I used it once or twice. It's a bit not easy to set up and to understand what's going on. Super 6 SXL. What do you get for the money? It's a lot for a plug. I actually just paid $30 because they sent me a promo code. Wait. Okay, let's can actually. I can actually. Let's see. Yeah. Don't need that. I could actually get that one. I paid $30 for it, for the SSL dynamic EQ, because otherwise it is $200. For that price, I would rather pay $90 with the promo on Tree Body Tag for the Kirchhoff. But yeah, $30, that's reasonable. But apparently, I don't know why, because I did get the confirmation from PayPal that I paid $30, but apparently something went wrong on the site, and they said they tried to actually grab 199, and of course they did get an error, because yeah, I don't have $200 on my card. So yeah, and then there was no, they did send an email, and I did see the thing on the SSL side, there was a payment error, so I had to contact support, and then I send them the stuff that I got from PayPal and their email. And then they responded quite quickly, and they said, yeah, we checked, and apparently something with taxes, and I'm going to get the refund. Would be nice to get 200, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Otherwise, yeah, because the code is, the deal is only active this weekend. So yeah, because I bought on sale the normal EQ. DL bought the Kirchhoff. Yeah, I'm still. Last time I checked, because I do have from Tree Body Tech, I do have that resonance remover, and I do like it a lot. So, haven't emailed me. Just kidding. DL wants $200. So okay, we got ourselves a beat, and let's explore first. Maybe let's get into my. So compressors, I have VST like 20. I might be more, but I just added them with a search. Might be even more than, yeah. But the Kirchhoff, yeah, I do have, that's why we're exploring. I do have more EQs, all kinds of EQs, especially, yeah, Melda has like 10, and 10 different ones. Do have some hardware emulations, but the TDR stuff. But most of the time, I actually do like the thing from Eventide. Where is it? Where is it? Newfangled Audio Equivocate. Greedo! I actually, because I normally like EQs where they show stuff, like graphics and stuff. I don't have the fab filter, though. Bit expensive, too. So, I do have a few hardware emulations that I get for free because I don't pay for them. Because, yeah, I don't really like it. I can switch the buttons around and stuff, but my hearing isn't really that good, so I avoid it. Filters or Q. How I sample guys off you. Yeah, filters. No, the funny thing I was thinking about yesterday, filters and EQs, they're kind of similar. Depending on, like, I think Dash Glitch made, I think when he was streaming, or did he made a video? I don't know. Comparing these techniques, or was it Polarity? I'm not sure. It was in Bitwig, and they said you can do the filtering in an EQ. You don't need a filter, but yeah, it's depending on the filter, it might be different. But it depends probably on the usage. What are you using it for? And maybe on the, because like when you do side trends, you might need different stuff than just a simple EQ. You could, like when you look at the one from Minimal Audio, Morph EQ, that one is actually an EQ filter because, yeah, it's moving around when you animate the stuff and the curves. It acts like, yeah, like a filter. Though the mix mode in Kirchhoff. Yeah, when I discovered, because the funny thing is, the Kirchhoff is the only, I think they do have another one on Plugin Alliance, but they don't have the whole range from Tree Body Tech, Chinese company. And I said, it's a bit odd. Why they're selling just that one on Plugin Alliance and the rest on their side? Because when you actually buy the thing, it's cheaper going through Tree Body Tech than, or you wait on a deal at Plugin Alliance. But yeah, it's a bit weird because the price is, yeah. The price on Plugin Alliance is, it looks off. And I already said that it actually looks kind of off. How Milo is, yeah, the thing with the guitar. So, okay. Compressor. The first one is actually, it is, I think it's a free. It was installed. I didn't pay for it. And I actually have, there are two different ones from Traction. Let's load the first, because there is one who, it's called T-Bus compressor. It might be for routing. I might load just the other one. I think I never used it. It's this one. It's very simple, very Traction-ish. Usual thing is to deal with those. Like training hard and first to take my piano for outside gigs. Thomas doing outside gigs. So you could actually leave the loop like that. Oops. Yeah, it's a compressor. Even when just loading a preset, you already hear the difference. Ammo. That's a more. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to try, if I do another track, just testing, and sending the audio. And let's actually deactivate this one. It should actually look different. I don't know. Deactivates and then T-bus. Not sure if there's a different. It looks different. Not sure if it has actually sidechain. I don't think so. There is different. Yeah, the only difference is, interesting. They're discussing. Thomas was strong to carry Steinway piano outside for a gig. You just put some wheels beneath it. I don't know. So it's interesting. So mastering, it's a very simple one, and like I said, it's a compressor. So now I know there's two different ones, but one has more options than the other. Okay. Might not just get rid of that. Oh, let's unload it. Mute. And the next one, and I did see a video. Apparently, there are differences in compressors. I'm not an engineer, so I haven't no clue. I think it was the YouTube channel Audio University thing. He made a video about when to use these different compressors. Like I think he showed some Arturia stuff and UAD and some other things. And I was thinking, it might be. I'm not sure how they handled in a studio with hardware, because I don't know, owning different compressors for different stuff. In hardware, it kind of maybe logic. I don't know. No Steinway yet. Thomas, it could be a Yamaha. They do make pianos too. Yeah, piano. I think real instruments is a bit like everything, like even synthesizers. They all do have different. Not sure if there's probably a difference in the brands. Why maybe some prefer like Steinways or Yamahas, and there's probably others. Not an expert, but types of pianos. I have plugins that emulate different pianos, and they do sound different, but never play the real one. So, did you get the effects collection when it was on sale? Yeah, I did. Recently checked. I grabbed the effects collection 3, and I upgraded every time they released. So I got 3, 4, and 5, and I'm still waiting on a new one. I didn't buy the new tape thing because thought, let's wait for the next upgrade to just pay the upgrade price. Because since they released the version 5 collection, they only released one effects plugin. So, yeah, it might take a while. So, how do you like the EQs and compressors? Yeah, we're actually, funny enough, the next 4 ones are the 4 from Arturia, from France. So there's this one, and apparently Audio University talked about, I'm not sure if it's actually shown. I think he used the tube and FET. Well, I have no clue what's the difference because I'm not a hardware expert. So it's a fine tape. Gave away the oxide. I think I have the oxide. I've seen the video on the Arturia tape stuff, and I said, I do have tape plugins, not so much in TD. I kind of think it's funny. I even commented on a video about it. I said, first, we invent all kinds of recording stuff, like consoles and mixers and tape machines and multi-tracks and all analog. And suddenly, they go digital. Suddenly we're going to add computers and logic and stuff. And yeah, it's automating and special hardware recorders with, remember, I think I've seen in a video where they showed they had a rack full of hard drives where they recorded the sessions. Was huge rack full of hard drives. Just dude. So and then they go digital for years, and suddenly some bands say, we could actually use analog. And and then some go both ways, and now we got techniques like DAWs and plugins and stuff. And suddenly someone comes up, we should make tape emulations. I think it's kind of funny because now we have a digital workstation. It's all ones and zeros. It's all digital. Yeah, if you record like a guitar microphone, it's converted into a digital signal. And then you add a tape to have analog feel. I think it's kind of funny because I clearly remember I'm at that age, and Jazz Dude is even older than me. He clearly remembers tapes. I clearly remember when I bought tapes in my teenage years, and I listened to them, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of times, and suddenly the tape was slowly degrading or sounding pretty bad. So yeah, that was tape, and now we're emulating that in software. Because I clearly remember when a tape started sounding like I said, oh shit, I need to buy a new one or get a vinyl. But even vinyls had, they suddenly started crackling and getting dust and all kind of stuff. We even emulate that one. I think digital sound we've improved a lot in the common. Yeah, but digital stuff, they're always improving, like the sample rates, and now they have like all kinds of stuff like immersive audio and surround and yeah. Jazz Dude has an Akai and 2 Rivox vintage hi-fi collection. Yeah, hi-fi. There was a trend. I remember there was a trend when they were releasing big tape players. They cost you a fortune but I can't remember seeing any tapes in a record shop. I only see vinyl and then some tapes, of course, and someday they come up with CDs and digital AM sound. Yeah, that's the same discussion with digital synthesizers and analog synthesizers. Oh, they sound different. They sound, and we do know it's kind of funny. I've seen when you get the hi-fi nerds buying vinyl records. Back in my days, as a teenager, yeah, the vinyls were recorded analog. They were pure analog. But these days, it's all, it's vinyl, but the process is mostly almost 100% digital. It's recorded in DAWs and all the process. It's just printed on vinyl. So going to all analog. It's kind of, have kind of detuned sound feature. Yeah. But it's all preferences. Like some just play hardware and some software and some. These days you got these people saying, VST don't sound like a real synthesizer. Maybe. I never played a CS80 or an ARP 2600 in my life, so I have no clue how they actually sounded. So if I load a plugin that emulates that one, I can't say, does it really sound like, I don't know. But guitars sound differently. So I'm not sure. The good side with Arturia is this one. Yeah. The funny thing is, normally when they have advanced tab, there's a display or whatever. But this one just adds more buttons. So, yeah. Okay, let's see how it... Because I actually liked how that traction compressor was actually doing stuff. Because funny enough, the Traction one had presets for drums. This one doesn't. So it might be... I think he showed that you use for certain instruments different compressors for drums and guitars and vocals. So I'm not sure. Maybe let me check the YouTube stuff. Audio. Was it audio? In Audio University, I think it was. Video. No, it was not. It wasn't him. Might check my history here. I know I've seen it. I looked just a few minutes at it. Maybe a bit. I even have my own video in my history. Funny. I watch my own videos. I'm just checking if the sound is good. The project. A lot of streams. A lot of stupid videos I checked. I think I watched it, but I know that the guy, but I can't remember his channel name. Even see someone's live stream of shrimps. See Weaver Beats. Well, damn it, where is it? Is it that long time ago? It's the In the Mix channel. Are you using the wrong? It's funny. The title says Compression Masterclass, and it's just 10 minutes long. Funny in the chat. Tape record. Yeah, I had tapes. I had all kind of shitty tapes, tape players, and I clearly remember I bought, not sure when, a really, really, back then, really hi-fi, expensive tape player recorder from Onkyo, and that one actually lasted years, almost over a decade. It was, played a lot, because there was a time when I actually when I did make radio, I received even demo tapes. And Ken Spong. When it comes to analog synths, they don't even always sound the same. Yeah, that's Ken knows. Analog synths are, depending on the room temperatures, moisture, and where they sit, and Tone Smith, where they sit, and like the analog modular synthesizers of Moog had their quirks too. So, love living in this day, the age of plugins. Yeah, it's always the same, and yours is actually very slight. I think about making a short video about vintage collectors make people jealous. You Jazz Dude, you should make like the hi-fi nerds sometimes, not even hi-fi, but high-end nerds, they make videos where they show very expensive gear, and they make a video with a phone when the high-end gear is playing music. So when I see such a video, I said, okay, you got a high-end thing going on with very expensive loudspeakers and setup and even turntables, and that costs a fortune, and you actually take a phone and recording the audio with the phone. So yeah, you're showing, I know it's about the gear, it's not about the sound. It's about, oh, I can afford it. Twin Cities. Ooh, Da Vinci Girl. Let me get my hi, hello here.
Hi.
Hello.
The man with the shrimps. How are the shrimps good? I was in business high end for about 40 years. Lots of money. Yeah. And it's still high end still. And recently even high end got into the professional audio, trying to sell you like very expensive gear. I know that White Sea Studio sometimes has these hardware things going on, but sometimes it's hardware with plugins and all kinds of weird stuff. So I'm not sure actually if the video actually he
average level with the Octo. We obviously don't want to kill the groove. We're just trying to make sure that in the mix, the listener can enjoy. I ran into it. All of the compressors we're going to look at are named after the components that are used in the song. So I'm going to highlight this here for each type, but I want to do as little talking as possible. By far the most famous FET compressor.
It doesn't really actually if in fact Opera VCA would need to there's a description, that's good. These FET FET bold compressor with fast attack times, not subtle, usually to obvious familiar tone, so often slow attack times. It doesn't even compressor at the same time. Vocals or instruments. Tube. Gain returns. Slow attack. Yeah, because it's tube. They often describe it as musical warm. Yeah, it's quite funny that they emulate a tube compressor as a plugin. I'm not sure how they do it, but I do have it's it should be repaired, but because the tube, it's a hybrid hi-fi system, and the tubes are sadly need to be replaced. The problem is they're made in China from a high-end brand from Germany, and they used Russian tubes inside. So there's only one site who actually sells them, but yeah, with the thing going on, the site is still on, but I can't buy them. They're not expensive, but the problem is most of the time when you got tube gear, you just stick them in. This one is actually soldered. So I did find a repair guy in Germany, about 200 or 300 kilometers from my place, and he said I could repair it. You could bring it, I repair it, and on the same day you can drive back home. But yeah, not an option. Shims are good. Timbers are good too. Oh, one of them died. You searched the whole tank. Good at hiding, I guess. Yeah, I think. Yeah, cheap tubes and PM tubes. Yeah, it depends. I know that Glenn Fricker did talk about amps for guitars with tubes, did he? You solely use Reaper. Yeah, for the moment, yes. Because I do have Renoise and Bitbrick. The problem is Bitbrick released the new updates. Sadly, I'm not on the upgrade plan anymore. And I checked the site and it said, ooh, 169 for a year upgrade. And I said, no thanks. I still can use it, but with no updates. So 5.3 is not for me. And I sincerely doubt that I actually buy an upgrade plan. Maybe on sale, but still on sale, it's maybe 50% off. And yeah. Well, not really. So, okay, he's saying optical compression, yeah, I circle, only thing, but it doesn't say if there's a difference how to use it on different instruments. It's just the difference in attack times. So FET would actually be good because they have a faster attack time from drums. And tuba would actually say for guitars and vocals, maybe. And VCA, flexible, customizable compression of the 4. So SSL, GCOM, Neve and APM. Yeah, he's talking about the hardware mostly. So this one actually is what? Is it a tube compressor? I don't know. I think diode would say. Maybe check the. Yeah, not here. User manual, and then it shows me resources. I'm not sure if I actually did download this one. Let me check in my manuals. I did download quite a few. Arturia effects. Comp diode. Is there a description here? What to activate? Is it compressor limiter or so? It doesn't say anything. So there is compressor limited effect plugin, especially tailored for bus tasks. So it's a bit like the one from Traction here, to use it as a send. We got smarter. Never loved Arturia manuals. They're worse. Far worse. I even have manuals with one page from different brands. Recently, someone actually responded to a comment I did months ago on a video about, they talked about manuals and stuff, and I said, oh, viral beats. He just woken up, drinking coffee.
Hi.
Hello.
So this one actually, if I would actually just, if I load it here, and you should then get rid of here. And I think the send is still active, I think. Yeah, so I do hear a difference, but yeah, so to remember, this one, use it as yeah, with a send. Who, me, Austria? No. I'm not getting to the chopper. I'm from Luxembourg. I know my accent is maybe misleading. I'm very far away from Austria, actually. I can't even imitate the Austrian. I only know get to the chopper. But yeah, Arnold is different. Got grab some water. So I remember this. You could actually program change. Oh my goodness, what the heck is that? Set to factory default. I could actually save a preset like save preset default bus compressor, because then it actually should show up in my effects browser. No machine. Toy systems, headsets, phone speakers, and things. Fight about monitors, so to speak. Yeah, DaVinci Girl. There's one. He's mostly on on Odo's stream. He streams too, but he doesn't have a lot of viewers. He mostly streams gaming, and Friday he does stream audio stuff. But he's I think he's about the age of Jazz Dude, maybe a bit younger. He's a very technical guy, and he always talks about that immersive audio and surround stuff. And I once asked him, okay, you actually talk about the mixing, that kind of stuff, and do you have actually a setup in your mixing room where you actually can enjoy immersive audio and surround? And he said, yeah, I have a home cinema system hooked on my PC. I said, okay. Normally you would see, I don't know, a recording studio doing immersive audio and surround stuff with like, I don't know, 100,000 loudspeakers. I had a perfect setup in a treated room. But I think he's more into that technical stuff, how it works. A bit like me, but even more technical, because he studies mathematics and stuff. But he's talking, surround stuff is the future. Yeah, no, it isn't. No, it isn't really. So, because most people still listen on stereo or sound bars or crappy headphones and on phones and yeah. I have no limits in speaking. You speak with Wilfried. Use one account. It's not a proper channel yet. Well, to make it better, my head. So what channel now? Try to. Yeah, mine always streaming, sometimes playing guitar. So, okay, so this one is. I won't be using that one a lot, and so he mentioned the FET. That one should actually be good for the drums. Let's mute that one. I do have the FET 76, and I think, did I put it in our folder? Because, yeah, Arturia has, in the FX collection, has 4. They're all hardware emulations, and I think I didn't put it in my compressor folder yet. Now let me check. UAD, because they recently did release a free one. Where's my UAD? So I got the Pultec. So okay, tube channel. So funny thing, this one tape, and that's the synth. So I do have. Let's add to my folders here. Compressor. Okay, now they should be in there. So, where's my folder? Compressor. So, funny thing, I have the same hardware emulation from 2 brands. So, this is, I'm not sure if they're actually the same. They almost look the same, but still not so much. So there's already a difference. Almost. The image is clear. No, the image between both is the Arturia one is a bit I would say fluffy, like me. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. So they really, yeah, they look the same. From the templates, presets, let's see if they have more. Well, pretty much the same. But that's the question. Are they one better? This one I got for free. This one paid. So, but this one doesn't have this one hasn't an advanced tab. This one does. So that's the difference already in Arturia and UAD. I'm not sure how much you would pay for the UAD, because I did get this one for free. I always grab the free ones. Still talking about all button on the UA. Yeah, press all 4 to get all. Not sure. You mean these buttons? I don't think so. They do react the same. Ah, you mean this one? Ah, yeah, because Arturia makes a bit like Cherry Audio when they make emulation, and like others do, they add stuff. Because most Arturia plugins do have an advanced tab, even the synthesizers. The UAD, that's why I don't really would buy any. I only bought the 2 synthesizers. Those I paid for on a sale, but the rest of their stuff, yeah, I even checked because they're also selling other plugins quite expensive. But yeah. So there's already a difference. But this one has an off button. This one doesn't. But this one has an all ratio. Ratio defines the degree of pressure and applies things once you reach threshold. But so that is okay. That's on off. Okay. But yeah, you got a filter, an EQ, detection mode, and it has. This one can do sidechain. This one probably not. Because recently I've loaded one plugin. I'm not sure which. I think it was one from TDR to make a sidechain compression, and I didn't see any option to. I'm not even sure because I have both of them, even the paid version. But I'm not sure if the Kotelnikov on the Molot do actually do sidechain. So does choosing a compressor make a huge difference? Is there like 4-pin to professional also? Might depending, because the ones I'm loaded for now, except the traction, are hardware emulations. The traction is, yeah, it's pure software. The difference is the person who sets it up. Yeah, it actually, one would say one guy like Odo just use one, but that might be like the guy who did the video on different compressors. On different situations, I'm quite sure that Produced Like a Pro, Warren, uses different compressors for different situations, for drums, guitars, vocals. If you do a lot of acoustic recordings, even like Mike does, he records mostly his band and guitars, bass, drums, vocals. He might. I know he uses a lot of mainly one channel strip, and that's, yeah, channel strip is got everything in one thing, and he uses the PSP, a very expensive $200 modular channel strip. But as I'm not an engineer, and I do have typical me, I have the quantity option. That's why the problem is I'm never sure, okay, which one should I use? That's why I'm doing this kind of, it's a bit of a continuation of the plugin acquisition syndrome, but going into more detail testing, checking, stuff like that. Not a tutorial because I'm pretty bad at this. But like many said, they put in the OTT from Xfer on the master. And then you get recently new techniques like multi-band compressors. I do multi-band, I have 2 or 3. I have the devious machines and the tone boosters, and I know that because Melda has the Turbo Comp has 2 versions, and the Turbo Comp MB is multi-band. Thomas going. Whee! It's nice to see, it's in a full mix. Depends. Cheers, Thomas. Because I watched I watched a video where he was explaining some mixing techniques, and I'm not yet familiar with the whole mixing technique. I should actually watch. I have access to the Reaper blog mixing videos for Reaper, but I watched a few videos, and it's very focused on acoustic recordings and when to but and that's the stuff. It's not easy to learn, because we do know that some of you, and me included, some do hardware, some do software, some are not trained engineers or mastering engineers or mixing engineers, and it's a lot trial and error and get how to, like, I know Ken Spong. Last time he told in the stream, I don't use compressors because I don't know how they work. And actually, I do get the idea. And then you got compressor. They try to make your sound even in a mix. Like I think they're mostly more, how could I say that? Logic in a acoustic live recording, because when you got a singer, a guitar player, bass player, drums, depending on they play, sing, and do their stuff, you got difference in loudness. Sometimes the drummer, sometimes he plays louder than the others. Because I'm not needing any audio for less dynamics. Sean! Oh, Sean.
Hi.
Hello.
So, yeah, and some might, because Ken said, I'm playing, and I did make tracks where I actually didn't use a lot of compressors, actually. Sometimes when I most use it is on drums. I don't do vocals, so that's a different option. So I only tend to compress real instrument and not VST. Yeah, I think it's mostly logic that when you have a VST synthesizer, you can, these days you have all kinds of options even in the synthesizer to control volume. Even some have, like this one has already things built in, and I ranted about there's no they should have included numbers, but yeah, there aren't. So yeah, you need at least like a, I don't know, a pop-up menu or stuff like that. So you really do it by ear, but yeah, compressing real instrument is, I think for me, it's more logic because you recording at different levels. Maybe the gain isn't right. The drummer is putting a bit more power than he should. Would be paralyzed. I got to wrap in mixing because I had enough time with creative. Yeah, and that's maybe why some, because sometimes people talk about the not even the option paralysis, the is my track sounding good enough? And I know some that have maybe more experience say, if it sounds good to you, release it. Render it, release it. Because I think recently someone actually mentioned, I did see video popping up, mixing is overrated. And it's somewhat because these days people doing stuff in a DAW, they don't record audio, except maybe some doing vocal stuff with, I don't know, with a singer. Maybe he records a guitar, and maybe even less doing recording drums in a except maybe a professional, or if he has a studio. But most of the time people doing especially electronic music, it's all VST, maybe some recorded synthesizers, but everything's subjective. Is all I know. I guess contact. Yeah, it's so pretty simple and lo-fi. Yeah, that's actually. And then when I said some might get okay when they have the arrangement done, it sounds pretty good, and then they say, okay, let's mix. Okay, it's actually just putting maybe different effects, maybe, and then it's just playing with the volume and trying to find, okay, does it sound a bit, then some EQs in here and there. It's mostly that. And depending on the stuff you do in a DAW, you don't even, because I got the feeling when I'm arranging stuff, I already get the feeling, okay, it doesn't need a lot of tweaking around, because you already hear, okay, does it suit? Does this sound maybe cancel that one out, or something like that, or maybe too much bass, or maybe that synthesizer does sound a bit too harsh and ruin the sound, something like that. Doing any mixing, I need to ask for Ruth. I spoke with Ruth in live video before. Leaving mistakes in, some people edit those out, but mistakes are part of. Yeah, but Sean makes, he plays live. That's already, for those who do the DAW-less sessions, jamming with live synthesizers and have their DAW-less. Yeah, I don't know how, for example, Scruffy makes his setup. It's all programmed and he runs his stream. I don't think I know it's Ableton runs in the background like Luke does, but I sincerely doubt there's a lot of mixing involved. Would a black man making an album with a bagpipes accordion be weird? Maybe. I don't know. I knew a black Irishman who run a quite successful band, who was a bass player. Very happy. I think, yeah, Ableton. Yeah, that's why Ableton is actually meant for. And Luke, I know Luke is using Ableton a bit like a sequencer thing like that, and that's very useful setup, I think. But when I'm looking, I know that, for example, Projector makes it different, but he's making psytrance, so mixing is a bit maybe because in psytrance you got a lot of sound going on, so that's maybe more tweaking here, tweaking there, tweaking side chaining, filtering, EQs, and all kind of stuff to actually make it sound not too mushy, squashy. So, but everybody has their workflow. So yeah, I have like 20 compressors. Overkill, of course, it is. Like, I even have more EQs. But yeah, I'm actually technical stuff. So let's see if let's make a short break and let's see if you actually could see here, maybe not as much as others, a difference. So grab coffee, chips, beer, sandwich, and I'll be right back. Whee! Whee! Back. Sean saying actually. Oops, I missed a lot of chat here. It was, different company, different thing. Yeah, I was thinking when I think some people might have a misconception how things work, because when you doing live streams, some have different workflows. I know that State Azure is mostly recording live when you watch his streams. He even sometimes you hear that he searched for sounds in his synthesizers and plugins, presets, and or making even sound design. And when you look at Martin Stürzer, that's almost pre-recorded and pre-made. And some who are not into that kind of production stuff, it might get, oh, yeah, it sounds good. It's like even those who really play live in a club or whatever, they prepare stuff. But stuff like I do, it's making from scratch mostly. Doing jazz, trying to make like baby like that sounds good. Actually, step seeking more, which is basically like fantasize. Yeah, I mean, DL is that's good being silly. Me, always silly. So I could actually, so I'm not loaded both. Let's see. We could actually, let's try the same. So default, let's load. Oops. Maybe oops. Reset to factory defaults. They're not the same in factory default, I think. Not really. It's not step. So let's say 4. Output 0. Maybe take the advanced tab out. There is no button for compression here. And there's a limiter that doesn't have. So it's pretty hard to compare those. If it says, so GR is on. And let's deactivate that one. Oops, it's on. They both move? There's already a difference. The Arturia one, actually, not even sure. Are there? There's a difference. There's a difference. Either link or not. Haha, this one doesn't have that one. How can I have a numeric compression ratio? All is that a turn? Yeah. I don't even know what they actually Arturia meant with a button all ratio all. Kind of weird. I'm not sure. We are not. Nice nuke. This is just all the compression that's possible in the circuit. There's a trick on those units where you pressed all 4 buttons at once. Oh my goodness. Aha. That might be it. Yeah, that might be it. So they might sound the same, but this one actually is more useful. Well, you have to reset it maybe. But there's no link in here. That's kind of sad. So, and there's also a different. So here you got, okay, view meter type allows you to choose with stream the view and shoot monitor. I don't know what GR is. In and out. And this one has, yeah, it has a GR and then it has off. And this one has an in out. Okay. Okay. But this one has a link. Total compression. So just a little bit. Now it's compressing. Let's see if I do. So it doesn't go to 0 though. Okay. Now let's see. Let's activate this one and deactivate this one. It's kind of sad that there is. But I got the feeling that this one. It's a bit more tweaking because it doesn't have a link. So yeah, it's a lot of playing around, but this one actually sounds a bit more powerful than this one. But yeah. I see all these resources put time kind of education books, favorite books for Christian peace. So, yeah, I would actually rather use this one because it has link. For me, it's easier than this one. But this one actually sounds better. So, yeah, it sounds better. Let's get rid of this one. Don't need that one. And then we had this one is the tube, but I don't have any. So this one is actually as a tube. Somewhere is a tube glowing. But it also has the link button. And this one? No, this one is just... I would say like White Sea Studios. It has screws. Not here, but here. They don't do anything. But yeah, they are screws. I just peeked out reactor, but not really much. Just for a few. You Milo bought Rick Beato's book. Ooh, on a sale. Oh my goodness. And it has an advanced thing. So, okay, this one has also sidechain mode. That's good to know. Because sometimes you don't know which one has sidechain and which one does not. But this one is actually weird. Why it has these presets built in, but I'm not sure what that is. So temporal response single is slow. Triple has a faster attack. Double adapts to response signal. So this one would be actually better for drums. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So it's say fast. Even though when I compress too much, maybe if I unlink them. So it's very subtle. But this one is actually bypass, I think. Pretty cool. Uncle Chrome, how's the mixing going? Plugin diving. Yeah, we're into compressors at the moment. Talking about all kinds of. I'm at compressor number 4 after 1.5 hours. So we're testing, or at least I'm testing, which one I could use more, and I do have a lot of options, and I'm testing which one actually suits best for different options. I should understand compressors, and I do. The thing is, I do understand compression, and we talked about it. I don't really use it. I mostly use it on drums, and maybe on a side chain. But some use sidechain as a special effect, used quite a lot in electronic music anyway, especially in trance and psytrance and all kinds of stuff. I'm about to buy a big collection of UAD and custom compressors, well represented. Yeah, we tested actually, we compared, because from UAD I have 2. I have the FET, and I do have the same from Arturia, though they are quite different. And I have the LA2A, but I do have others, plenty of others, and they all have different, I wouldn't say sound, but different options you might consider depending on what instrument or what sound you're using. Because this one, for example, the tube is very subtle. Because if I also makeup gains as a signal coming out of the compressor, so it's a kind of volume. And this is dry. Okay, that I get. The side chains we don't use at the moment. So, but the compression is actually pretty subtle because once you link it, it's So you put more into, and the compression goes down. So linking. It might, it looks like it's a good idea, but it isn't. Lately I've been running to Eventide, Omnipressor for kicks and drum buses. Eventide, the only thing I have from Eventide is something I got. I think it's like a pitch thing for vocals and an instrument. I only have Townhouse bus compressor. I don't, but because Eventide, they do. No, that's what it was called. Eventide. Quadravox, and I think it has 2 versions of it. I got it for free at Plug-in Boutique, and never used it yet. No. Black Hole. No, I almost bought it, Black Hole. They all swear by it, but as I'm not fond of hardware emulations, I do have a few, but I can't say. They always say, "Oh, it sounds so amazing." I have so many reverbs, all kind of types of reverbs, that adding a pricey Black Hole. I know that it was on sale recently. Anthology collection offer hard to refuse. And if you know their hardware, maybe. I think I learned it's good to learn things you do not like, because I hate any sort of distortion. It works in 6 months of distortion sound design. But it's all because I think this one you would actually use it as maybe a subtle drum compressor, but I'm not sure if I would use it on the drum, especially with the link, because it reduces too much. But if you don't link that, so you gotta put more in. So it's very subtle. I would rather use that on a maybe synthesizer or a lead or something like that, but not on the drums. Still don't. You just see the display, and it's very subtle. I wouldn't use it on the drums anyway. So, oops, I lost my compressors. Okay, the next one is what is the VCA? Yeah, the Arturia ones are also sidechain. So I know that I can use it as a sidechain. And this one actually doesn't have a link button. Haha. This one I understand a bit more because first I go, okay, what is threshold? And I do get the attack release depending on which instrument it is. You got a limiter, output, gain. That's some kind of compensation. And as a mix, system bypass. And this one is for sidechain. But actually, to actually see this thing moving, the VU meter, you really have to play around with the. That's why I do like presets. Did you try to build in Reaper compressor? I think I do have JS in my list. I'm not sure if it's the built-in normal. I have a few JS plugins from Reaper, but those are actually coming from the RIA pack. Might need to get into the Cocos thing. So yeah, you mean the RIA comp? That Delaney limit stream. There are two different versions. I used it. I used it. It's quite useful because I tested with the sidechain thing, and it's easier to set up and comprehend when you're doing sidechaining with that simple compressor compared to others. Because yeah, here you got an advanced tab, and because when I tried with the TDR stuff that don't do sidechain apparently, I tried because yeah, even sending the audio into and yeah, that didn't work. So I used the RIA comp. Could actually load it here. So this one, it's very yeah, it's always the same system. You got the attack release, auto release ratio. You don't have a lot of display showing, but you got this one and the wet and dry stuff like that, and you have sidechaining, and then you see the sidechain popping up here. Let's see if let's deactivate this one. I think you have to move this. Yeah. And then you see the compression happening here. So you could go very subtle. And yeah, this is for the sidechaining. And it even has EQ built in, so, and a limiter. It's very basic, but crappy UI, but useful plugin. Yeah, I even have the RIA Plugs edition for using it in OBS, even though they haven't been updated for. Do prefer UI that emulates hardware than something more visual. Yeah, that's Funky Basement. That's you got people who do like something like this. Yeah, it looks beautiful. And you got people like me who, because when I don't see anything moving here, is it actually working? And then when you got EQs and compressors and even other effects with all kinds of graphic stuff going on, it's all a preference depending on your workflow, your brain. So it's all preference. I know that there's a lot of people out there who really, really like the hardware emulations. I I did install once the whole collection from that guy who was on Patreon, who makes those huge load of plugins for free. You could actually pay for it, a few bucks. But what is it? Can't remember his name. The problem is these plugins, most of them, I don't know what they do. Because especially on EQs and compressors, I like to see something moving. Even if it's just a VU or like this one, yeah, it has, I see the reduction here and compression going on. I know, okay, it's doing something. We love the eye candy. But, and it also depends on how the eye candy is made. Even if you have a hardware emulation, like some companies are very strict. They really emulate the real hardware and they don't do any gimmicks. And then you got people like Arturia who actually add stuff that might not be in the actual original hardware, probably. The right to use the hardware. Yeah, if you have the money for it. Libraries, I have range effect pedals. A study living room. Well, I'll read it back. The right to use the hardware. Yeah, but it's all kind of like different DAWs, different plugins, different emulations. And that's why I already wanted to do a stream like that, actually to test which one actually I do like more than the others, and that's the VCA 65. So we got the 4 Arturia ones, so I know that I can use those as either bus or sidechain. That's very practical without using this one. And so let's get rid of these two. And the next one is actually, I'm not sure if I did, they're not very expensive. It's from, I'm not sure if you know the company. I think this one is free from Klang Helm. And I did buy a few, even hasn't been a while since I checked their Klang Helm. And that is this one is free. They do have 3 free ones, and they have few others. The last one actually has been released for quite a while is the spring reverb, but they do have another advanced compressor, and they have a tube compressor. I'm not even sure. Let me check my Klanghelm thing here. Klanghelm. So I did DC8. DC8? No, I didn't get that one. For $23, it's very cheap, actually. Even they do look nice. Spring move. Yeah, it actually, you can get the spring reverb. There is a free version, 10s Junior. It's free. It's very basic. And the normal studio spring reverb, it might be hardware emulation. I don't know. I'm not sure if they do. It looks like hardware, but is it really a model? I'm not sure. Maybe it just looks like one. So, yeah. But they're very cheap. So, a bit like tone boosters, very cheap. So Kent loves spring reverbs. Might do a special on. I do have quite a few of those. Yeah, some like spring reverbs, some like plates. I do more like convulsion. Milo's talking with Da Vinci Girl. I want a spring reverb that emulates the Pioneer home reverb tank and is 70. That's a good question. I know that. Let me check the. There is. I'm not sure if you're familiar with those. From Impulse Record, you got the Convology XT. It is available for free, and then you can add convolution things, and they have quite a big range. There might be. Let me get you the might check into them if you don't know them. They have a big range of old hardware impulse responses from all kinds of reverbs and delays and stuff. Mostly you got these springs boingy, and sometimes they do a sale. I just have the free plugin. It doesn't look like much. It looks a bit old school, but it's quite interesting. You might check on if they actually have that model you're looking for. You do have convology. So this one. And I think these buttons are not linked, okay? So it's actually pretty basic, but it works. It does deep dual mono negative. Doesn't have presets, but who cares? It's very basic if you really want to have very basic compression. So, And I might need to check the advanced compressor. For that price it is, but Springs Boingy. Is that a technical? That might be kind of delayish, maybe. Pioneer, not the brand I listened after in the day. But yeah, I have the artisanal real deck Vault 1 in 1978. Oh my goodness. Had it stolen in 1981, then I need to rebuy to play a certain tape. Oh my goodness. Andy! Andy is here. Whee!
Hi.
Hello.
Not much OTT. We Da Vinci Girl, we're getting at it. It's wait. It's oops, I lost my my thing. So that's the DC, and the next one isn't really. It is a compressor, but it's actually more like a sidechain tool. This one. Because you can use it as a compressor, I think, and as a sidechain. It's a compressor thing, and it's let's see here. It is a compressor with LFO. It's more not a traditional compressor. It's more like sound design-ish thing kind of thing. Say? Yeah. And I think some company has a similar one. But this one you don't do compression for the compression sake, more like a sound design-ish thing. Nenko! There he is. I was in his stream this morning and there was no chat. Would say hello, but so Duck. Yeah, it's a very creative kind of compressor. So it's not the typical, you would actually use it, oh, I just want to compress the vocals or drums or guitar or whatever. This one is, it's typical Devious Machines. It's crazy tool. It's more powerful than I thought. It's kind of, yeah, it is. Devious Machine, it took me a while to grab them all because, yeah, they're not very cheap. So you always have to wait on a sale because they're not very cheap. So, but I do like, first of all, how they look, and I do like the more creative side of things. But even on the presets, it's, you can go totally crazy with this one. Totally crazy. Do I like OTT? I have it. Almost never use it. And when you mention OTT, someone, I recently seen a video from someone actually mentioning a new, I think it was, might be mistaken. I'm not sure which brand it was. I think it was an OTT simulation from Plugin Alliance, I think. But I'm not remember which channel did feature it. And yeah, Plugin Alliance is always. Please try the multiband. You mean from Davi's machines? I do have that one. I do like that one. Yeah, so this one is actually pretty crazy. It's a compressor, but much more. No Robert von Durm. Oh, I never heard of that one. I might check that one. Then cool. So we got the doc, the creative stuff, and I got this one, and I think it's more. I need to download. Okay. Let's see. Save it. Okay, let's install it. Do not show again. I got quite a lot of updates, and I didn't get an email though. Thunderhelm. Let me check if I find it. Oops, I don't need the AX. No, install Robert Thunderhelm. Robert Thunderhelm. Spectral compressor. This one. Let's see. I think I did grab it. Let me Robert from the helm. Let me restart my Reaper here. And I might have forgotten that I actually did not put it in my compressor folder. Let me check my, once it's loaded here, let me check my folders. FX browser, from the helm. PR. I do have. Oh, I even have more than that. Spectral compressor. I have. Yeah. I have it installed, but completely forgot about it. So thanks for reminding me. So let me just put that one into the compressor folder here. Because I have the glitch, crisp, crossover. I think I just installed everything from them. Loudness War Winner, Puberty. The name is Puberty Simulator, Limiter Soft Vacuum. I stream close every day. Yeah, Nenko didn't have a chat today, so. So the fuse compressor, now it's updated. And I think it's also multi-band, I think. Yeah, it is. And I think it is like the X6. So you have 6. Okay, what? I lost my folder again. Compressor. You can go up to 6. So it's pretty powerful. 6 bands. I have problems focusing if I share my session. And with upwards compression, yeah. I think it's might be for someone like Kent who doesn't understand compressor. That's overkill. Like, if can't imagine if you're using like this one, the fuse compressor, or the not even talking about the melder stuff. And now recently I see I have the Klanghelm. Let me just check. So that is the fuse compressor multiband. And it has classic OTT like this. There's a limiter. Okay, mode stereo, mid-side. That's the thing I don't get. The mid-side and thing I'm talking about, you don't need to manipulate the bands. I did see a video about it, and I said, "Oh, it's interesting." And then I completely forgot about it. That's when you have too many. So I'm mind blown. Yeah, I'm going through it. Oh my goodness, 7 already. Might need to do a part 2 here, or maybe part 3. So that one is a multi-band. Air fuse. And I actually do like more multi-band stuff where you can actually, depending on what instruments you're using it. That's why maybe some like the OTT and multi-band, because sometimes you get, when you have normal compressors, yeah, they work on everything, and do manual at the end of my chain. I'm already lost with that. Upwards compression now it shares the spot either with fuse. Yeah. I must say the minimal audio stuff, it's very creative, and it looks nice. And what I do like with minimal audio, you got a same looking. Yeah, it's like with Faceplan and stuff like that. They all look the same. Like Melda, they all look the same, but that's a different thing. So OTT is digital text, plastic text, or not. Yeah, because the other one, the Thunder thing, is, yeah, it's like these modules they built in Bitwig, where you get into the spectral stuff. That's totally different than even multiband. Totally different. So that's this one, fuse. And I do have this one, but I'm almost never use it. Might know it. Hornet. Made in Italy. But it has a nice display. It's both. Well, I'm gonna pay to your size. So you just have the free version. I have the complete bundle. It'd be crazy. Wave shift. Yeah, I actually tried it, Guido, and I really like how it sounds. And must say, minimal audio makes very distinctive sound designish tools. I do like it. And I have to check when I have to grab a few paid licenses, because I'm on the all access pass, and they recently had they send a mail to do some questions they had the questions about the all access, because there's still people around that don't actually like the rent to own or paying monthly. And I must say, since they released, I jumped on the bandwagon when they released Current, and I said, that's at first there was, from Dash, there was a kind of, oh shit, it's it's we know what happened there, and then they backtracked. But I think since they made the all access, I do have bought, I think on a Black Friday sale, I added 3-4 licenses, so we got permanent licenses, and they with kilohertz, you get a 100 euro voucher per year, but you're actually paying more. With minimal audio, you got the whole amount to buy licenses. So that's already actually pretty good method to grab some fans. But yes, some don't like subscription, but everybody has their option not to, or so some don't like Hornet. It depends on which one. It actually, some are good, some are quite weird, and some you don't even know what they're doing. But this one is, pretty straightforward. It has a nice display. Compressor type, we got, he actually built these like I have the others built in. Like, I'm not sure if it actually plays any difference. I don't know. Opto, if depending on the thing you're using, it bypasses if the opto, you can't change this. So you just have the threshold, and that's it. It actually has sidechaining here. Let's test that one. VCA. And then, with the VCA 160, you just have the ratio. Interesting. DaVinci Go ignores iLog and any subscription stuff. Yeah, it's a choice. I do have iLog stuff. And subscription-wise, I have 2 rent-to-owns, would say. I have 1 subscription for Loop Cloud, for the samples, and UVI. That's my choice. I could actually cancel it. I did cancel Loop Cloud once for a while and reactivate it again. The good side with Loop Cloud, that even if I cancel the subscription now, the samples I bought are mine. So I can always download and use them. With Splice, it doesn't work that way. You have to either really download on your hard drive every sample you actually bought, because if you cancel your subscription with Splice and you don't pay attention, your points are gone, and your samples too. So you have to reactivate the subscription and to access. That's a thing that I don't really like, because Loop Cloud, yeah, pay monthly. You got even 3 different tiers, and I actually used the biggest one, and I got, like, every month I got 800 or 600 points. Isomatic, there it is. I like this one. Yeah.
Hello.
That's why I used Splice for getting Bitwig, but since I got my final perpetual license, I uninstalled the app and never be used again. Yeah, I don't like Splice. It's some like it. I know who actually used it. I'm not sure. But yeah, the rent to own stuff they have, it's interesting. But yeah, you pay monthly to get an expenditure. You can grab Serum or even Cubase. I bought Bitwig and plenty other stuff. But yeah, you pay the full price. You can even pause for a certain time. But imagine, like, sometimes you pay like over a year or even 2 years, or depending on the price. And then suddenly, like, someone makes a deal and you get like 50% off. You said, oh shit, I paid the full price. And yeah, damn. That's happened me with Bitwig. I could have waited on a Black Friday sale. But yeah, I paid the full price. Yeah. There was the upgrade plan included, but that was last year, July. So, yeah. So this one actually I do like because it looks nice. So that's one to keep. And let's see. That should be. I'm just missing the. That should be the one I mentioned. No, that's not the one I mentioned. So that's still not that's another hardware emulation. Just wasn't sure. Yeah, this one actually is pretty basic. It's a compressor. But it has sidechain. It almost feels like using the one from Reaper. Like this, threshold, ratio, there's numbers, and even do, huh? Very slow. It works. Yay! Try Quasar Beach plugin. Never heard of that one. Quasar Beach plugin. Now you have to explain what that thing does. Does it make ocean sound? I'm just kidding. Quasar Beach plugin. Let me just check. Da Vinci Girl mentions them. Never heard of that. Let me check. No? Quasar Beach plugin. Ah. Oh my god, never heard of that one. So it's I think someone actually mentioned that there was a release of the but I don't actually like how it looks. Absolutely not at all. Because when I look at the... Yeah, it's a CMI sample emulation. It's very... Oh my goodness. But... yeah, it's if you don't have the Arturia one, that might be interesting. So name your own price, okay? Fairlight CMI 2X. 60 voices. Yeah, actually, if someone wants to check that one out. So if you don't have the Arturia emulation, that might be, but the UI is a bit very old school, if you like that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. Never heard of one. The roots of modern sound were one of the roots. Yeah, it's I think back in the day when it came out, I did see there's quite a famous video where Herbie Hancock, I think he used I think he used the CMI on his rocket hit, because Herbie Hancock is always was an innovator, and he got one. Kate Bush got one. Someone else did. They didn't sell a lot of models, but back then it was... I'm not even sure if Yes used it on the Owner of a Lonely Heart. I know that, yeah, Peter Gabriel had one, and I'm not sure, because they used a sample on that track, but did they actually use a CMI? I'm not so sure about that. So, would need to check that. I think Gabriel showed Kate the model, and she was and she was she liked that kind of stuff. She was totally into it. I need that one. Oh, and I think the first one who actually really produced a big hit with it was Herbie Hancock and Rocket. Version 3 program from Corso Beach. Ooh. Yeah, that might be... I know there back in the days there wasn't really a lot of sample players back then, but then came Emulator 2 and stuff like that. So yeah, the kilohertz is it's part of the... Actually, I'm not sure if this one actually part of the free snap-ins. I think it is, but yeah. The next one I have, yeah, okay, the Melda, we know. You got different 10 versions of it, but they all look the same. I might even load all of them. So you got the modern compressor. Oops, I actually missed one. This one. And I think there's a free... that's the modern, that's the turbo, and the MB. I got all of them. Was Art of Noise mentioned? Ah, forgot about those. You don't find some samples you get. It's actually still surprising. I think I seen a video on someone who had restored a CMI. Jean-Michel Jarre. I think Jarre used it on the Zuluk album, I think, because Zuluk was very sample based. Tangent Dream, no, Tangent Dream was never really into that sample things. I think Jarre used it on Zuluk because he used a lot of voices and something. Here you got noise, original sound packs. Ooh. So the difference between those. This one is multi-band, and it has the typical. So this one, the only difference is this one is not multi-band, and this one is. But we don't go into the edit button. Never with Melda though. Don't go into the edit button. Never. Forget about the edit button. And I think this one is the free one. I think they have a free version out. So, but I think this one, the M compressor is the free one. And this one, the modern compressor, is the paid version because it has far more options. And the downside, I used it a few times. This display confuses me. Don't edit presets only, please. Yeah, but the downside is with Melda, there isn't quite a lot of presets. There isn't, when you look at it. Yeah, you got the roots. Yeah, okay, 49 presets. Maybe for compressor it's enough. And you got the online exchange stuff. But yeah, once you get into the there is not even an edit button in here. I think both are free. I'm not sure because when I look at this one, the M compressor and the modern compressor don't have an edit button. That's kind of odd. So these two and the turbo comp does have one. So that might be the difference already between those, because yeah, this one you can edit and this one you can't. Interesting. Well, there are compressors we don't want to get too much into. I might even do some special shows about the Melda stuff. So the next one is, yeah, this one actually I do like a lot. The Devious Machines. Recently I did put Dash Glitch tutorial on the on the multi-band mix because he did get free version to test, and Funky Basement plays bass. Dollars. Something about dying. Okay. So this one actually, I still don't really understand the UI, and it does have multi-band, but it doesn't have, what's that? What's that? Turn the spectrum. So it's upwards, downwards. Whee! but you can't actually. This way. Oh, so you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6. 1, 2. That's why someone was confusing, because yeah, the which one? The minimal audio can make 6, and the devious machines can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count. Yeah. I need to put my fingers counting. So, yeah, it's multiband X6. How school time is? Free. Isomatic is working. I know Viral Beats is lurking somewhere, drinking coffee and eating breakfast. And what time is it actually? Let me check. Oh my goodness, still AM. Yeah, this one actually I do like a lot. I bought it on a sale, and so frequency you can actually you can't change the. Oh, that's interesting. But what good is you can bypass, you can solo it, which is very interesting. Some might not have that. I know that Melda has it, that you can check the different bands, but yeah, I do like this one a lot. But it can be. Andy sees red. It doesn't have a limiter, this one. Bone snappy. Might need to reduce it a bit. Why does it? This is the in normally, and this one is the out. So with this one, you have to be very careful not to already clip too much, depending on the preset you do. Maybe here is some photos on Discord. Uncle Chrome like boats. Yeah. Watch. There's one video where Herbie did call us just the education from. Oh my goodness. Herbie. So this one can be risky. And yesterday, Odo was testing the new version, the final version of Bitweek, and he suddenly, Ensgrave! He was testing, I don't know which effect, and he had some kind of feedback setting, and suddenly, he almost blasted his ears, because suddenly he got terrible feedback. And I said, yeah, you should never forget to put at least a limiter on your master. Yeah, the multiband X6, grab it on sale if you like multiband stuff, because it's pretty expensive. I think it's let me change devious machines. The multiband X6 They still have sale here. 94. It's yeah, it's actually a good price. I think the Melda one is more expensive than this one. So check it out if you don't have it. I normally don't recommend what you should buy. That's always your own decision. I buy way too much. Yeah, and that's actually it's free and everybody uses it, the OTT. But I don't, because I'm not sure if you're familiar with the brand. It's one developer who has recently even made music production videos. He's developing quite interesting plugins, and I do have some of his free stuff. My goodness, I forgot his name. Sixth sample. Yeah, I only have Crammed Delay and Spot On. They're not expensive, and he has made also a bit like the OTT. He has I think it's the Kramit. It's the Kramit PE. Let me check. Kramit free. There is, yeah. This one, it's the free version, and there is the paid version that costs. Where was it? Yeah, $30. So, extra group discounts when you had Discord. Steve do check on Discord. James using. Yeah, this one you see because it's free. But yeah, this one is free too, and it's pretty much the same thing. So, which one you prefer? And I might even, let's add that to my compressor folder. I forgot about that one because it doesn't say compressor. Yeah. I think I forgot about the delay. So, which one you use? It's up to you, OTT. Yeah, I know that. It's a very free multiband compressor. So, make Foley's and footsteps, film conversation, home videos, and games for the Asian. Oh, Steven! Oops, wrong.
Hi.
Hello.
So, yeah, the OTT, almost many people use it. I actually, not quite often. But when you look at it, it's the same function. And this one actually has preset. The other one doesn't. Yeah. This one has actually preset. Downwards. So, up to you. Rabbit! There is. I use hope to. Yeah, you actually, it's free. you can get a paid version. I'm not even sure if it has the Platinum Edition for $30. Which is there a difference? Yeah, there is actually a bit of a difference here. This one has distortion and drive, and the PE has type and gain. Speed is the same, and it has noise built in. So depending if actually, but this one has in and out. There is an in and out, but no button. So it might be need to, yeah. And it has a pre and post button. Yeah. Oversample the same. So, yeah. Depending on which one you actually like, you can cram it for free or the OTT. Or you can just cram the devious machines. I still haven't got a lot to. Can't imagine how many compressors I have. So from the VST point, still got a few. I got this one, and I think it was you could grab this one for free last month on Plug-in Boutique, I think. It's from Cleveland. Tectonic compressor. Kind of sounds silly. A bit silly. But let's see. It does have very limited. I think it's normally Cleveland isn't always cheap. The toolkit model. It is, yeah, when you imagine, I wouldn't pay $70 for this one, actually. When you look at it, it's a bit too simple for that price. So either grab it like I did. I think I got it for free. And I think I did grab it for free on Plug-in Boutique. I bought something, I said, and I already had it. I don't know, but $70. Yeah. Steven Spencer, got too many because I got Softtunes console and quite. Yeah, Softtube, I had a few, and I uninstalled them with their installer and stuff. And I thought, might reinstall them. I had, because Softtube uses iLog, and I had some problems activated again. I'm not sure what happened, but it looked like, the license isn't valid, and it said, yeah. Sorry, no thanks. So uninstall it again, and just had one or two or three things that I grabbed. That, yeah, I'm not a fan of Softtube, actually. Not really. So it is very, very basic. It is a compressor. Spotty boat. And the own place. Ooh, that's not so good. So yeah, Richter. I normally don't use it a lot, almost never. And this one, last time I used it, it's the tone boost, and it's the one of those I actually paid for. It's a multi-band, and I'm not sure how much. A lot. So got one. Oh my goodness. So if you really want to control more bands, get the tone buzzers. MBC. You got a lot of bands. Oh my goodness. So you got 1, 2, 3. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 bands of compression. So, and when you look at the price, I think it's about $30. Tone boosters, products. Let me check the multi-band MBC. $35, and you got a multi-band compressor with 12 bands. Analog Obsession are great, but a lot of the downside is when I mentioned it, I had them installed, but I'm no fan of analog emulations. Many say they are quite good, but I'm always tend to use the more graphical ones, but that's me, because I need to see what's happening, and if I just have buttons, I'm a bit lost. So, yeah, I'm a bit lost with it. But $35 for 12 bands compression. It has upwards and downwards compression. It's but yeah. With synthesizers, it's different, but with effects, I'm more. Yeah, it's like the M11C, even from Korg. Yeah, I don't have any Korg. And recently, the Polish guy had made a video, grabbed the Korg collection. That's why I use ProQ. Yeah, but Uncle Crow mentioned, I think he likes hardware, but it's all depending on what are you used to, what do you like, and it's like might have a more basic function. Like this is the MBC is way more advanced. I might need to let me check. I might have to launch the installer because there's an update. Yeah. The downside is with that's what I don't like. It's a bit like when you're using the stuff from forgot the name, IK Multimedia. When you use the TD their mixing stuff, it installs everything, and you don't even remember, oh, which one I paid for. And with the tone boosters, the same. It installs every plugin from their range, and then, oh, which one I bought. So yeah, every plugin is installed, and then you kind of get lost in you have to always check, and sometimes you think you bought one of them, and then you load it, and I said, oh yeah, do you want to load the demo version? Shit. Yeah. It's not very smart, actually, to use an installer like that. Installers are nice, but not if they actually install everything. And yeah, I do have the TDRs, and the I do like this one. I actually have this one on my microphone in OBS. The Kotelnikov, you can get a free version. I have both. And this one is the Gentleman Edition, because it has an advanced mode, and I think this one does have. I need to once test it, because I do see track channels. I'm not sure if it has. I think I tested it and it didn't work, because I don't see any I don't even know what that is. But it doesn't look that sidechaining worked. At least when I tested, there was no sidechaining. So some people say mastering is pretty cool on Reason. That might be something you need to ask Nenko. He's a Reason user. Doesn't matter what tool you use for mastering. Yeah. Mastering is a totally different. Because I even mastered one of my tracks. I have the light version of Wavelab. I wouldn't pay the pro version. I wouldn't need all that features. Anything pre the Discord where I did upload where did you post that link? Here? There? No? I'm not sure where you posted it. Because, yeah. Which Discord did you actually post that link? Da Vinci Girl. That's a good. So I'm a bit lost here. The boat pictures. Boat pictures. Let me check. On the Sonus Nunis. That must be. General. Boat pictures. Boat pictures. Can't find any boat pictures. Which is Charlie? Yeah, Myro doesn't have any Discord, so it is not for problem. So yeah, this one, and you got the Molotov. Molotov is more. This one doesn't even do sidechain either, I think. So that's a very the UAD we already loaded, and I do have this one. And I think I'm not sure did I think I did get this one for free. Because I do like unfiltered audio stuff, but it is more radical stuff. Even, let's see, crack the highs. You hear kind of switching on the frequencies, one louder, and it's again more I don't even know what that is. Amplitude? Oh, that might be the but it is like anything unfiltered out is far more advanced than again, it's a more creative compressor. So, and the last one, don't go into the yet because I have the GS stuff. Someone actually mentioned it. This one, the spectral stuff, that crazy stuff. I think I remember using it once. It's very, yeah. Downwards. This one. That's why I remember this one. The display here. So, spectral compressor. Whee! Cheers, Andy. Yeah, I need to eat something. And let me check when James. Oh, that's on Sunday. Yeah. Today, ProScenes Network, and yeah. Oh, Myopic is streaming, and Popcorn Night, SOR a bit later. I actually send in a track. It's not published yet, so yeah. I didn't test the EQs yet, so we streamed about 3 hours. I just showed my compressors, And I didn't even show any of the JS stuff. But there's someone said, "Oh, Reaper doesn't have any plugins." But once you get into the RIA pack, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Almost 20 JS plugins. You got 3 from Toucan, 4, version 2, version 3, and others like this one. I don't even know. Some look pretty, but some are like this one. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, from Bird. I mean, the mastering tools and reason. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the thing is, Milo, with Reason, I love the rack, but the time when I was testing it, I didn't really like the mixer. But I would rather use Reaper for mastering, but you could even I have the RX Wavelab, even Audacity works. I know that White Sea Studio uses Reaper for his mastering service, but I wouldn't use Ableton for it, or not even Bitwig, because like Bitwig handles audio stuff. You don't get any. You can record mono, but you can't convert. It's very quirky. If you like doing mono and stereo thing, it's yeah. So yeah, we explored a bit of compression. We didn't explain really a lot of compression, but Uncle Chrome heading out. Yeah, I'm going to grab something to eat and join the ProSynth network. See Robbie and stuff. I'm a Bitwig user and use Reaper for mastering. Works better for me. Layouts like Projector uses Ableton and Reaper. Many people do, actually. And I think from the price point, if you invest in a expensive DAW that might have maybe some limitation in depending on what you do, and you got $60 for Reaper, that's actually a pretty good deal. So majority of third-party plugins, getting a DAW in a box, Reason maybe the best for mastering. Yeah, the rack is pretty interesting what you can do with it. But in Reason, the mixer confuses me. It's too many buttons on the mixer. It's almost like, damn, when I first opened it, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was lost. Totally lost. That's like sitting in front of a 48-track Neve console. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, you have to get used to it. So, let's save this one. And we'll still have to explore the EQ stuff. So, now I know how many compressors I have. They all compress. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. And see you in a chat live somewhere. Next one is Sunday. Tomorrow I might do an impromptu, but not sure because I will There he is. Well, I'm closing. He's coming. So even jump over to ProSynth Network. Oh, I could continue, but well, yeah, I'm hungry. So yeah, see you on Sunday or another day, or maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. So thanks and cheers. Bye bye. Hey, let's see my goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
A monster's got to eat. I need to got my food. The rest of my Chinese thing.
Maximum duration 10 seconds. Repeat. 10 seconds.